Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me. I apologize. Usually I have these ready to go for you like 45 minutes prior, but I've been working on something. It's done here for you guys. I'm going to blow the lid off of it. I have a whole new mission, man. My whole new mission is to expose everything to the best of my ability. And again, don't take my word for anything. You guys can thank you. Hippie Josh Temple. Love you, bro. Anyway, listen. So post market wrap up. Here we go. May 5th, 2025. Let me just go over the market. Just I don't have any printouts for you again. I'm running late here. So market finished lower today. Nothing major. Lower nonetheless. Okay, whatever. It's a freak show. It makes no sense. Valuations in the stratosphere. Multiples expansion cycle that really still hasn't ended on the back of easy money. The promise of another $1.32 trillion just poof created out of nothing. A new war costing us hundreds of billions of dollars, destroying the purchasing power of the currency. We're being brought to our knees, people. You all know this. And it's just epic. So stock market today, again, a little bit lower. Gold and silver, very strong performers today. Crude oil getting destroyed. Uh, but again, this is a few things going on here with crude oil. For those of you that trade crude oil, you probably know that OPEC is going to be increasing production. Okay, but what's really hitting crude. It's been hitting crude now for many weeks. Is the collapse in demand. And a lot of this is shipping, trucking. They're getting destroyed. The flow of goods around the world here, the United States is now under direct attack via the tariffs and everything else. This is not a mechanism of negotiation. It's a mechanism of destruction for you, for me. It's a tax on all of us here. Scarcity, resources. Sound familiar to you? I've only been talking about this for like a million freaking years here. Right, Freaky Loretta Gularino. I like that. Anyway, man. So that's the story with that. Bitcoin, crypto is under a little bit of pressure. But look, man, we see what's happening. We know what's happening. There's a lot of talk right now about this potential gold revaluation by President Trump. You remember this was floated out several months ago? And then the gold may or may not be there, but you saw how fast Elon and Trump rushed over to go see if the gold was there. It doesn't matter if the gold is there or not. We're really building up to something huge, and that is this $42 lie, the Bitcoin gold deception which is the reason why I am late here, or was late. But I got you here. I got you back as always, and we're gonna cover this. We're gonna cover this whole Milken conference. You heard about this thing? It's incredible. I did a whole breakdown. Put that out in my newsletter earlier today for all of you. Anyway, so I don't even know where to begin. You know what? Let's save the best for last here. That's this $42 deception. And I'm going to tell you what I did was with this. You're not going to believe what Greg Mannarino has done with this. Okay, I became President Trump for a moment. Yeah, I really did. And I tried to get into his head and put together what a particular pitch in his own words. How he's going to sell you a grand deception. You think you've not been sold a grand deception already? I'm going to show you. And I want you to stick around for that one because I really want to hear you. So anyway, listen, this is in your inbox right now. And I want to tell you, I want to expose this for what it is. So Lions, they are laughing in our face. But you know something? We're laughing back. We are laughing back. So, our illustrious Treasury Secretary, the peddler of U.S. debt, he's taken on a new role here. So, Besson to Milken Conference, Trump will make America more appealing for investors like you. How many of you are even aware of what this actually is? If you, again, subscribe to my newsletter from earlier today, you've been well versed in this. I'm going to break this down for you. Who's there, what it stands for, what they're trying to achieve here, and maybe more importantly, who this Milken is. Who's this creature? Oh, it's a creature. And we're going to talk about it. Let's do that. I wrote Lions. Let's blow the lid off this. Research all that I say right here and right now, below right here, and just to see if I'm telling you the truth, because Greg might be lying too. This is who it is. That's Michael Milken. Very handsome character. I think he's got the look of Satan on his face, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, let's look at this mysterious shadow. Maybe he's not Satan or aligned with him, although he clearly is. Once you read through this, you're going to understand who this Michael Milken actually is. Let's talk about this. What is the Milken Conference? Its official name, the Milken Institute Global Conference, founded by, well, Michael Milken. All right. This, you guys are going to be so shocked when you hear about this. Not really. It's completely expected. This is a high-level, invitation-only annual gathering held in Beverly Hills. What they say it is. Now, again, this is all easily researchable. Again, this is in your inbox. I have links connected to this so you can click on it yourself. So you know that what I am telling you is true. So what they say it is, a forum for global leaders to discuss solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. How's it working out for you so far? Okay, because this goes on every year. Health, finance, technology, policy, and of course, philanthropy, because this is all about philanthropy. Sounds noble, right? Well, let's take off the mask. That, believe it or not, is him with the mask on. Could you only imagine what he looks like with the mask off? We're going to take that mask off right now. That's exactly what we're going to do. The power nexus here, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, Wall Street titans, central bankers, heads of global investment firms, BlackRock, Carlyle, etc., U.S. politicians, former presidents, former ministers and economic advisors, health czars, the CDC, WHO, big pharma, media moguls, sometimes even celebrities to polish the image. Look this up for yourself, people. Okay, don't take my word for anything I say. The real backstory of this guy here, he's a character and a half. You're going to love this. Michael Milken's shadow. Here we go. Michael Milken was dubbed the junk bond king in the 80s. He's the pioneer of the junk bond market and raised billions. This guy became a Wall Street legend. And he was, until he wasn't. His downfall. Are you ready? I'm going to show it to you. Indicted on 98 counts of racketeering and securities fraud, sentenced to 10 years in prison, served only 2, banned from securities trading for life. Then he reemerged as a philanthropist. He repurposed his entire empire. Still, you get to keep all the ill-gotten gains. Oh, you didn't know that part? You see, I left that out. Even though all of this, the indicted on 98 counts, racketeering, securities fraud, sentenced to 10 years in prison, all of it, he got to keep his wealth. You see this 2 years that he apparently served? He didn't even serve it. Just so you know, they told you he served it. He got out in 2 years, but this guy didn't spend one day behind bars, in case you were wondering. Anyway, got to keep his ill-gotten billions. Let's talk about the philanthropist that he turned himself into. He repurposed his empire into the Milken Institute using money, connections, and time to reinvent his legacy. What really happens there? Deals are made. Capital is steered wherever they want it to go. Narratives are agreed upon. Access is traded. But what they're really doing is this: protecting their own wealth, shaping future control mechanisms, deciding what solutions the world will be allowed to hear, because it's all controlled. It's where power meets perception management. Oh, Milken isn't just a conference. It's a ritual gathering for Babylon's architects. You want to dig deeper? Look into the list of sponsors. Go click on this. Now, I said this is a joke. Remember, if anything happens to me, I didn't kill myself. I meant this as a joke, but some people thought this as real. Greg thinks he's so big that people are going to want to kill him. This is a joke, guys and girls. All right. And if I happen to disappear, whatever, man. But I'm just saying, look, I provided a link here for you. You can see who's sponsoring this. Your mind will be blown. I'm going to leave that up to you. Again, it's in your inbox. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And they're laughing at us. But you know something? We're laughing back. Now, I want to cover this because it's getting some attention, and that's good. That means people are paying attention, but it's not what it seems. So, Trump's gold revaluation is possible. In fact, I think it's probably highly likely, but we got to talk about it. India, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you too, man. All of you. So, Lions, the Trump administration is exploring gold revaluation to fund Bitcoin purchases. Remember, there was some talk about this. Let's sell gold. Let's buy Bitcoin with it. You remember that whole thing several months back? Okay, well, now it's kind of being rewritten a little bit, and it's very, very interesting how this is how this may actually play out. Now, this is not new. I'm just reading you what I wrote here. Trump administration exploring gold revaluation to fund Bitcoin purchases. This is not new. The Department of the Treasury records U.S. government-owned gold reserve at values at blah, 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 blah. Statute sets it at $42.22 per fine troy ounce of gold. Make that up. Okay. Trump was toying with revaluing gold revaluing it to its current spot price, around 3,000, 3,100, whatever the spot price is. It moves around, and using the difference to buy Bitcoin. In other words, revalue that gold. Gold is worth $42 according to the Treasury. That's a statute. Make that one up. Taking the 3,000, whatever that is at, but Trump wants to revalue it at that difference. Let's say it's $3,000 per ounce, and taking that $3,000 and buying Bitcoin with it. We're talking about an epic sum of Bitcoin. George Henry, thank you. I appreciate that. CP Light, not CPI. That's beautiful. So right off the bat, might not sound like such a bad idea. Personally, this is what I think should happen. Okay. The gold is valued at $42 an ounce. Let's revalue it, President Trump, at its current market value. Okay. I think it should be valued at $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 an ounce. I think we should enforce the Gold Reserve Act of 1934, back the currency with gold. Poof, goes away the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve gone. Think about what I'm saying. I told you the 7-second solution. There is a 7-second solution here to get rid of the Federal Reserve. I'm just assuming it takes President Trump 7 seconds to sign his name. Could be less, could be more, but around 7 seconds. By the time he would write his name on instituting the Gold Reserve Act of 1934, the Fed would be gone. They would be boarded up. The entire world financial system owned by these central banks would collapse on itself. We would have our freedom back. We would have a constitutional money system. I point to the ship because that's the USS Constitution, okay? We would have a constitutional money system. That's what you want. That's what I want. That's kind of what we all want. Am I wrong on this? You let me know if you don't want a constitutional money system, because I don't think you belong here if that's not where your thinking is, because that's where I'm at, okay? If you think we need some other twisted system, well, we're going to talk about the twisted system in a moment. But again, we could get rid of the Fed in 7 seconds. In fact, I'm going to write a paper about this. The 7-second solution. You wait for it. It's going to be in your inbox. Maybe not today, because I got a crazy day. Belisma, thank you so much. You're awesome. So 7 seconds, the Fed goes away. It starts a domino effect around the world. You take down one central bank, one. They fall like dominoes. Boom, 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 boom. It would be a gift to the world, but that's not what's going to happen. I'm going to read this to you right now, and I am going to send this to you. Again, I just finished this. I'm going to send this to you if you subscribe to my newsletter. For all of you, this is going to be in your inbox. I don't want you to read through this because I turned myself into Trump here. I watched the guy talk. I listened to him speech. I watched his speak. I listened to probably every single one of his rallies leading up to the presidential selection. I think I understand his language a little bit. So I tried to adopt some of Trump's own words into this. It's going to be fun. Now, I'm not putting the man down. I'm just using his own words into how he's going to sell you the scheme. The scheme is very simple. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag. I'm gonna read this to you. All right. The $42 lie, as we just went over, the Treasury values gold by statute at $42.22 per ounce. Okay. Let's have some fun, you and me. The $42 lie, the Bitcoin gold deception. It's all a deception. Now you don't have to agree with me on this, but let's have some fun. All right. Revaluing gold buying Bitcoin and the coming reset? Question mark. Let's do this here. The U.S. Treasury now values gold at $42.22 per ounce. That number is a deception, man. You couldn't make it up if you tried, but it's a fact. I mean, come on, man. Welcome to Babylon. That's what I wrote. Welcome to Babylon. Welcome to Babylon. Join me. Step out of Babylon. Grow a beard. Grow out your freaking hair as long as you want to grow it. You know, just do it. All right. Because it's freeing. Let me tell you something. I'm not wearing the Babylon suit, the Wall Street slick back hair, doing all that crap. I am a free man finally. Because as of now, the true market price, and this was as of today, earlier, it could have changed. The market price of gold was $3,319.78. The spot price is probably a little less than that. Anyway, here we go. And it's still rising. Now ask yourself, think for a moment. I love when we do this. What happens when the U.S. government or President Trump revalues gold to a spot price? What happens when that new value is used not to buy more gold? Because that's really what we should be doing, quite of course, here. We should end the Fed, of course, weaponize the gold against the Fed. But that's not what we're doing here. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're doing here. So we not to buy more gold, but buy Bitcoin. Now, Trump's gold revaluation and Bitcoin pitch to the American people. Are you ready? I can't do his voice. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt it, but I'm going to talk to you as if I'm him. Folks, let me tell you something the fake news media won't tell you. Our gold is laughably undervalued. We can agree with that one, right? It's me. The U.S. Treasury still values it at $42 an ounce. 42! It's a joke. It's been a joke since Nixon. Total disgrace. Now, does that sound like Trump so far? Of course, right? Not today. Now, today, gold is worth over $3,000 an ounce. That means we've got trillions of hidden value just sitting in our vaults. But he didn't go look for it. He was supposed to go look for it with Musk. They didn't go. Let me get back to being Trump here. We have trillions of hidden value in our vaults. And guess what? We are the largest holder of gold in the world. No one even comes close. China, not even close. So here's the deal, people. We revalue our gold to reflect nearly $3,000 or more, depending on what it is, the spot price at that point. And then what do? Boom! Instant capital. We're not printing money. Oh, no. We're just recognizing the real value of what we already own. That's good business, okay? You see? They're trying to convince you. And what do we do? What do we do with that value? Well, we do what this is the hook. This is the hook where he's going to get people to think this is a good thing. What are central banks around the world afraid of? Oh, well, they're afraid we're going to buy Bitcoin. They're afraid of Bitcoin. Why? Because we're not going to be left behind. We're not going to let China, Russia, or the corrupt elites of the World Economic Forum control the future of money. Bitcoin is decentralized. It's powerful. It's limited to only 21 million. We'll use a portion of our revalued gold power. The gold that we own, the gold that makes America great, the one that he rushed off to sea with Elon, and we move smartly into digital hard assets. That's what it's going to be called, digital hard assets. Nobody's done this before, but we can. We have the strongest balance sheet. We will have the strongest balance sheet in the world. Gold in the vault, Bitcoin on the books. And that, my friends, is how you make America great again financially. Did I nail it? You guys let me know what you think, because I think this is perfect. Now, Lions, this is a trap. Why is it a trap? Okay. They don't want to return to gold. Again, you want to get rid of the Fed? You want a real gold standard here? You want to erase central banks around the world? You take down one central bank. 7-second solution. The 7-second solution. Let's start to call out President Trump. The 7-second solution. You think I'm not going to write a paper on the 7-second solution? Count on it. Count on it. Okay. Lions, this is a trap. They don't want to return to gold. They want decentralized. They don't want decentralization. That's what he's going to tell you. Bitcoin is decentralized, but it's being put right into the system. You can't make it up. They want a tokenized world where every coin is tracked, cash becomes programmable, and it's tethered to identity, along with a whole bunch of things that you and I have covered for a long time. Bitcoin here is nothing but a transition asset as a path towards full tokenization. People, you know that's true. You know everything I just said was true. President Trump, he doesn't write these speeches. It's being written for him. You understand? That speech is probably going to be almost verbatim of how he's going to sell you. We're going to revalue gold. Yeah. We're going to revalue it. We're going to take the $42. Now we're going to minus the 42 from the 3,100 that is spot price of gold, and we're going to take that 3,100 per ounce, and we're going to load up on Bitcoin, and we're going to make America great again. What happens if the price of Bitcoin collapses in half, get decimated? What happens at that point? You think they can't pull the strings on this? You know who owns most Bitcoin right now? The whales, companies like BlackRock. Yeah, you know that. You can't make this up. Make any of that up. Well, I made up what Trump would say. And again, that's going to be in your inbox. You know what? I can't get it out to you guys and goes for a couple of hours. I apologize because right after this video, I gotta run out and do something. So, but anyway, guys, listen, we're on this, right? We're pretty much on this. I think so. Anyway. Is this funny? But anyway, look, they as I said, they laugh in our face, people. They think that we don't understand what this is. They think that you forgot. You forgot that this guy here, look at this here, indicted on 98 counts of racketeering and securities fraud, sentenced to 10 years in prison, served only 2, which he didn't serve a day. Okay. Banned from securities trading for life, but then he reemerged as a philanthropist. He got to keep all his wealth. How does that work? Who is that guy? Ears to hear. Well, that's the guy who, this whole thing is all about. The whole Milken conference. Where did I lose it? In the disaster area. That's my freaking desk here. It looks like I lost it. But here. The Milken Conference. Trump will make America more appealing for investors like you. And everybody, let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. You see, because Greg is nothing but a messenger here. And Greg can ask questions. Where does that wealth come from? Does it get created out of nothing? No, actually it doesn't. It gets sucked right out of you. Actually, by the Fed getting in here and artificially suppressing rates, keeping the dollar low, sucking away its purchasing power, that does add to the wealth transfer effect, of course, because those closest to the money always benefit from it. It's called the Cantillon effect. I think most of you are aware of it, the Cantillon effect. Does it ring a bell? So yeah, I guess it can be created out of nothing, but the wealth here is simply transferred from the economy itself, from the people themselves, right up to the 1 and 2%. You see, they found a way to make it work for them, to make you nothing but a slave to a system that empowers them. Does that make any sense to you? Do you see it before your eyes right here? Yeah. And you all know about this executive order allowing AI. Look this up. As a matter of fact, there's a post right on my in my newsletter in April. Did you know that President Trump signed an executive order? Greg, this is fake news. Look it up for yourself. President Trump signed an executive order allowing AI to lead our young people. In other words, to teach them, to help them get through what's going. You can only imagine where this is going to go. But again, Elon Musk, it's summoning the demon. Let it control your car. Let it control your wealth, your finances, your life. Maybe I'll even chip your brain, but it's summoning the demon. Now we're going to use that same demon to educate our children. People, this is dystopia. You do realize that, yet are you still asleep? You really still think we're making America great? It's really, really great. What has Trump done that's so great right now? Name one thing. Do we have one trade deal? We're still waiting for the one trade deal. That lick nuts. He said lick nuts. Lick nuts. Yeah, yeah. We have a deal. It's done. This was last week. Where is it? Let us all in on the big secret. Oh, we got a mineral deal. Oh, yeah, so we can prolong the war on credit so we could still send them weapons and everything they want over there on credit for the future profits marked to market, okay, on the minerals. Make that one up. Oh, yeah, and the budget, the 1.32 trillion, billions in there going right over to Ukraine. You like that? You like it, don't you? Jonathan, thank you. Dude, you know what? We're not done, bro. You know why? Because we got each other. I got each other. That's the truth. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. The Milcom. That's beautiful. The Milcom Conference. I didn't even think of that. Who wrote that? Oh, Freaky Loretta. Oh, you get the award of the day. The Milcom Conference. I should have thought about that. This is why I'm telling you. We're all smarter together. Oh, God. Yeah, I know. Trump wants to be the Pope now. Okay. Okay. You think that's a good idea? Maybe they'll invent a position for him at the Vatican. Although I'm going to tell you something, he's got one already. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Guys, listen, I love you so much. Thanks for being here with me, man. I'm sorry I ran late, but you know what? We did pretty good today. Look, so like I said, this a lot. I am putting out so much material for you guys. I sit here all day, and as I follow everything, I'm gonna be maybe taking this whole thing in a little bit of a. I am going to expose it all like I've never exposed it before. I'm gonna dig and dig and dig, and then when I think I'm done digging, I'm gonna dig some more, and I'm gonna fill you guys with information that I want you to verify everything I say, everything I put out. If I'm wrong, call me out on it publicly. Do it. Okay. I want to know where I got it wrong because I am willing to accept the fact that I may be wrong about certain things here. Okay. I don't know everything. In fact, I know nothing, but I'm willing to put in the time and the research to get this stuff done because this is about all of us here. All of us. We got this inside out, backwards, sideways, you name a juxtaposition. Yeah, we are there too. And I'm telling you, we're making a difference here. There's no way, even if I have to triple my efforts from now, I'm not gonna stop. I will not stop. That means you're not gonna stop. Sound about right to you guys and girls? Anyway, any particular thing you guys? Magic is here. Scott is here. All my friends are here. Tom, Tim, Ginger. Love that name. Todd, ears to hear. Amanda is here. Pope Trump, the dope Pope, the dope Pope. Awesome. I don't know, man. Yeah, I really look, man. I know a lot of people wanted me to talk about. A lot of people. Did you see some of the comments, Greg? Why are you talking about Trump in the Pope outfit? He put it out himself. President Trump put an AI image of himself as the Pope. And people are, Greg, why are you talking about this? This is a disgrace to the faith and blah, blah. Look, man. No. You guys and girls, look, man, make up your own mind with regard to that. I personally, look, I don't even know how to look at that. I don't like it. It does seem to me somewhat disparaging in a way. I mean, it's almost insanity. It's showing what's going on here. I mean, maybe in some kind of a twisted upside down way. I don't know, man. It's just kind of weird. But I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. Yes, he did say that. A psychopath? I don't know. I don't know. Look, you guys and girls, way smarter than me. Way, way smarter than me. You guys and girls can define this however you want to. A poop loop. It is a poop loop, man. It's just so crazy. It's interesting what we're seeing here. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's actually a very good comment. The Treasury can't buy Bitcoin without congressional approval. I've heard a couple of people tell me that already. I don't know the logistics behind it. President Trump does not believe. Now look, I'm going to tell you something I wasn't even going to mention here, okay? But I always want you guys to research what I say. And if you don't want, and you could believe me if you want to, you could not believe me, and that's fine too. But President Trump questioned whether he has to actually follow the Constitution. You don't believe that? Look it up for yourself. He actually said this in a recent interview. I wasn't even going to bring it up. So it really should tell you what's happening here. Okay, these things that are happening around us and why things are the way they are. Why we are losing our freedoms and liberties, and there is some people still wearing MAGA hats, believing that we're on some pathway to prosperity. We're being wiped out. I mean, we're not going to be in another war, Greg. You don't know how wrong you are. I got called out by the MAGA crowd like you can't believe. I was ridiculed. I had MAGA crowd people write videos about me, believe it or not. Greg Mannarino, I'm going to call him out publicly on my video because there is not going to be another war. I said prior to the selection, you can all vouch for it, that wars would not end. I told you there would be more war, more debt expansion. Not only did we get more funding for war in the new spending bill here, we got a new war in Yemen, and only 30% of the population actually even know it. And now we got this spending bill, astronomical. We just got the largest trade deficit in history. Where are these apologies? Where are those people saying, Greg, you know what? You're actually right. Where is it? Nowhere. They're silent. They don't know what to do with themselves. Look, man, I'm no smarter than anybody else. None of us here are any smarter. But it's too simple. They make it too easy for us to just see. We just got to put the pieces together. I have one job. And that is to look at the data, to say, okay, this is what's most likely going to happen. I have no crystal ball. None. It's just too simple when you know what they want to do, what they're trying to do, what you see happening in front of you. It's too, look, that's like this whole thing, this $42 lie piece. I think this is 100% spot on. All of it, even the words that I said were in Trump's mouth. How are they going to package this and sell it to you? It's credible. It's too easy. I don't know another way to put it. Anyway, what can I tell you guys? Freaky Loretta, Janet's liquidity is right where it's always been. You remember Janet's liquidity? We're liquid. The system, we have a big problem here, people. You watching the debt market from this morning, even it's bouncing all over the place. This is a big problem here. And I've been talking about it since time immemorial. Liquidity is drying up. They got to find another way. Again, this $1.32 trillion spending bill, believe it or not, even though it's the largest spending bill in history, it's not enough. I don't know another way to put this to you guys. They can't come up with enough reasons to spend, whether it's more war, build up to war, whether it's a spending bill, whether it's creating deficits. You have to understand what's really the secret behind deficits. Let's expose something else right here in case you don't know. Most of you probably know what I'm going to say already, but we just got just a week or two ago, the U.S. trade deficit skyrocketed as we said it would. Again, Greg, you're wrong, and I'm going to call you out for saying it as they wear their MAGA hat. Okay. All right. No, I wasn't wrong. I was 100% right. No apologies. No, nothing. No reaching out to me said, Greg, you know what? I apologize for doing this or saying that because you got it right. Nothing. They just sit there in silence because they're dumbfounded. They don't know what to do, what to say with themselves because they've been lied to. It's not their fault. My heart goes out to these people. My heart goes out to these people because they were lied to over and over and pounded and browbeaten about how we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We've done nothing. We closed the borders. Fantastic. Had to be done. That I will give to Trump. Absolutely. Everything else has been a lie, a massive lie, a deception on a scale that we've never seen in the history of the world. But let's talk about this trade deficit. Let's talk about the trade deficit. Why is it that we just got this gargantuan trade deficit and the next one is going to be just as big and the debt is going to balloon? Who makes up the gap? Who makes up the deficit? It's the Federal Reserve. They make up the debt, the difference. and they're more than happy to do it. Everything that's in play right now is empowering the Federal Reserve. And this move to revalue gold, which Trump is talking about again here, which the gold may not even be there because we were supposed to go see it because it may not be there. And Elon and I were going right over there. They never went there, of course. Doesn't matter. It's a game. They're playing with us, of course. Anyway, we know that. But let's revalue the gold. Let's take that $3,000 that gold is worth. Let's minus the 42 that the Treasury says the gold is, and let's take the rest and let's buy Bitcoin with it. That's really going to make America great again. This is exactly what the Fed wants to do. This is a plan of the Federal Reserve. This is not Trump's plan. It's a move. It's a pathway to full tokenization. Everybody knows this coming, and that's really it. To take the cat's out of the bag. You can't make it up. Could anybody honestly make this up? Exactly. There's a lot of talk about this Epstein list. As you probably know, it's been indefinitely postponed. Have you heard that one? Yes. It's been indefinitely the Epstein list that Trump promised you, indefinitely postponed because his name is all over it and other people of extreme power. You'll never know. You'll never know who's on that list. They'll rewrite it, they'll twist it, they'll put out fake news, and they're going to call everything else fake. But you're never going to know who's on that list because these are the most powerful people on the world. And let me tell you something. One day they're going to stand before Jah, naked with nothing. That's what's going to happen. They're going to face that moment of final judgment. They're going to face that moment of final judgment when everything they've done has been revealed. No boardrooms, no hiding behind lawyers or anything else like that. That's exactly what's going to happen. Us too. From the richest man on the earth to the beggar, we'll all stand before him. I can promise you that. Incredible. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I don't even know what else to say. Guys, love you with all I am, my entire spirit, my entire heart, and everything. You're 100% right, Jonathan. God's wrath is coming. And unfortunately, I think we're there now. And we got to get ourselves on the right side of this, man. Realign ourselves with the source, period. And don't let anyone question you, okay? Let me tell you something about faith, about religion, about spirituality. That is between you and God. You and God, period. If someone asks, you do this, do you do that? You say, listen to me, man. I don't know you nothing. My relationship with him, okay? It's private. It's private, and I don't know you a damn explanation about nothing. How's that? That's your answer. Sound about right? Of course it does. You know why? Because you're smart. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. Love you guys. Well, I got. And I'll see you in the morning, okay? Ponder this stuff. Share the video, please. Get it out there. If I've earned you a thumbs up, I would appreciate that too. And we got this, guys. Look, man. Let me tell you something. I have a newfound mission. I'm going to blow the lid off of everything that I possibly can and then some. That's it. You think this sounds about right to you? Because we're all affected by it. Every single one of us is affected by it. They want our blood. They want our guts. They want our soul. They want our spirit most of all. Our soul, our spirit. They want to break us. They want to break us every way that they possibly can. Well, they sit there in their exclusive meetings, invitation only. The most powerful people on the planet, led by a guy here, led by a man, a thing, a creature right here. Okay, over here. Indicted. 98 counts of racketeering, securities fraud, sentenced to 10 years in prison, didn't serve a day. Yeah. And they're laughing. But we're laughing back. Love you. See you in the morning.